So hello, this is a live stream review for the Zoom Q8. I'll just cut to the shot. There we go. Hello. So I am doing a live stream review of this product as a reflection of how I'm using it as a live streaming tool, and some of the information that I thought would have been helpful maybe prior to having bought it. Some issues of using it over a few days in a live streaming context. So let's get started. The first thing about live streaming it that was a potential interest was the being able to use the camera as a USB device. That's the big flaw, in that it's a really degraded signal when you use it as a USB device plugged into a laptop. You obviously get the full utility of the microphone system, the audio part of it, but I already have like a Zoom H6 that provides that for me. There's a better utility that I have, a kind of other camera that's got a very broad, wide shot, but it's not very good resolution when it's at a USB camera. So if yeah, we've had a little bit of a technical hiccup there. We'll keep going and see how well YouTube's live stream patches together breakouts. It's back on now. Sorry about that. So the interface that you can see here, oopsie daisy, if I just edit that shot. Save. Edit this one, done this one. Sorry, I'm getting very glitchy live to air app that I'm using here. This thing is what I'm live streaming from, a Teradek live to air. And as you can see, it's being a bit glitchy. I have rigged in what you can see up on the right hand side there is a little iPhone 4S that links in with this to get a sort of closer screenshot rather than me holding the tablet like that all the time. So as I was saying, that the USB side of things is the downside. The other part of that I found is it only works on, it doesn't work on long USB cables, and by long I mean maybe 4 or 5 meters. Out of the variety of cables that I have, I ended up getting one that was maybe 2 meters, something, 2.5 meters, something in that range, and it operates absolutely fine on that. In that you get it doesn't drop out. So there's that. You cannot, as far as I was aware, record on the device while it's operating as a USB device. So you're not going to get any functionality about recording to an internal SD thing then. So that really summarizes that downside of things, if you're using it as part of a laptop system for live streaming. In terms of using it for live streaming like I have it, if I just cut to a broad shot of what I've got here, I've got it linked up with a let's check the audio is always on. Great. I've got it linked up here to a Teradek Video Mini that's sending it to the iPad, and I've got it on the other side here, some power. I've also replaced the head here with the Zoom normal head, XY head that's got the mini jack in, to try use it as an audio device there. So I can record in that. So if you look at the screen just now, if I cut back to that other shot, you can see here that there isn't it's not recording right now. If I hit record, the screen changes. So we can see how that operates. Right now, as you can see there from the audio monitor, I'm only using an external mic for the audio that you're hearing right now, not the internal jack. I'm using this thing here. This shot compiler is playing silly buggers. Yeah, my shot compilation things are messing up. Sorry about that again. So yeah, you're hearing that plugged into another device. So it all works. I can record, have multiple inputs. I'll just play a bit of music in the background. Just jump somewhere into track. You should now be hearing a variety of things. And if I cut to this shot,
Cause I know that they won't be heard if I
yeah, you can see that I have to speak up above it. You can probably hear me over the top of it, but I can play audio through that. So if I'm wanting, I'll just put the music off. No copyright infringements there. That's some of my stuff. The audio, you know, you can as a utility, taking it out, taking a feed off a desk, something. From live streaming and still having other mics to go in, that's the utility of that. I'm just going to take it out, so there's going to be a brief pop because in fact I'll just mix it down. Take it out. Oh, you still got the pop. I must have turned it the wrong way. A classic schoolboy error. And now you can see there. Now, one thing about this is as you're facing it, obviously going over to cut to this one, going over the top here to try and alter the audio bit is not so easy from the down. So if I take down the other mic, it's there. That's it down there. So now in the corner there, you can probably see that I'm just on the main microphone at the top, and I can monitor that there. So get this bloody shot to work. There's something about this compilation shot which isn't coming up. So it's recording right now, as you can see in the right, and when it's not recording, I can go in and edit the on-screen menu. You can see for audio aspects to it while it's live streaming. I can't do this while it's sorry, I'll just run through this again. When it's recording, you can see this. I can't. The only options that come up on the screen are these. So if I'm taking a backup and I'm trying to do anything to do with alter the compression limiters, any part of that light adjustment things, you can't do it while it's actually going. You have to stop the recording. So you can live stream through all that and make adjustments on the live stream that we're doing. So here I could go in and change the phantom for plugging other things in, or the dynamic ranges of things. I'll just run you through so you can hear some of those. There's been a lot of things for the. Oh, we've had a little freeze again. We're back. There's been a lot of things going, videos that I was able to see before that dealt with the lighting effects. So I've updated it to firmware 2. So I should have stated that a lot earlier. Anyway, I'll go through these settings. So this is the sound with the limiter on. This is the sound with the compressor on. 1, 2. And this is the sound with the leveler on. Now that background noise that you'll hear quite specifically now is my laptop just maybe a meter away, just below. I'll just give you a shot there. Laptop, rig. Relatively obvious noise. Oh, now it's playing ball. Okay, so that limiter, the leveler, I've generally found to be the noisiest one. Let's just switch that off. But these settings can only be done while you're not recording. Similarly to any of the light adjustment settings that you've got up in this environment there. Now, at least that can be done while you're live streaming. You cannot enter the settings the audio comes back on. So that is to be aware of when if you're live streaming in terms of the settings. Can't go into it. So certain things you can do while it's live streaming, but not while it's recording. Obviously, you have the most limited functionality about making any adjustments while it's recording as well. But for live streaming, the HDMI feed, that's fine. Other aspects that would have been nice to know in advance was to find the information more quickly was maybe about how the battery and working on an external power. So it will work on an external power brick. Round the back, which I'll just jump to my tablet shot and show you the kind of little warren of cabling. We've got here, I've got my external microphone here, headphone jack there. Which way is it? That's the mini USB and the micro HDMI. Okay, micro HDMI, that's worth knowing, bearing in mind in advance in terms of your cabling, because my little Teradek mini box here is a micro as well, so making sure you have a micro in advance. Yeah, so I've got this running off a power brick, this one here, running a couple of things off the battery with that, and it's absolutely fine. When it's charging, just inside here, there is a little red LED. When it's charging, that's on. So it is a charging light specifically, but this is operating off the mains. I'll just shut back to this shot and you can see the distinction on the page. So if I look at that and I unplug the USB from it, the battery is in and does have charge on it. If I unplug that, you should see, oh come on, there we go, the battery LED comes on. So that's running on the battery right now. So oops, in you go. There's it running with is now running off the external battery pack. Obviously, if you're using it as a USB webcam, that's not going to be of great help, as you're already be using the USB thing. You can run it on the battery pack. So when you plug it in to a laptop and run as a webcam, you get an option menu of saying once you hit run as webcam, run. I think on the screen it says, run as webcam with battery power. So you can use the internal power if for one reason or another you'd want to do that. But yeah, as I say, I wouldn't consider this as something if you're looking for a primary camera as a webcam for live streaming stuff. No, you're gonna be let down. You'll get good audio, but you'll be let down in terms of the ability to use the camera particularly dynamically. If you're using it on an HDMI capacity, that improves a lot. You get the better quality. It's not as good as many secondhand HDMI cameras that you can get. I managed to pick up a something like this, a Canon HF30 for 55 quid on Gumtree. Weirdly, it works as a FireWire connected device. If I go to VMAX as a laptop, vMix as a video mixing switcher, but not for some other ones. There is a little app called DV Direct that you can run it through that makes it slightly more consistent in its operation, as opposed to using it directly on the Wi-Fi on my FireWire on my particular laptop with the FireWire adapter. Anyway, I'm not here to review that, so let's go off. But in comparison, for spending, I spent £260 on the second hand. So as a primary camera, if I was investing that much of money, I'd make a different choice. For me, being able to put this like on a shoulder mounted rig And oopsie daisy, just get that open. To put this on a shoulder mounted rig, it's very light, wrong way around, and it will mean that I don't have to carry around a zoom in my pocket with wires traipsing over everywhere. This can be on my shoulder with a very small rig for portable live streaming. Have that on there, a little Teradek box on the side. It's got microphones on it. If I want to face that forward, those mics facing forward probably. But if I can plug in 2 other ones, and I can Velcro this little thing on, or a lavalier mic or something like that. So it's very, very, very functional in terms of the utility of quickly throwing that little rig together and getting out. So that's pretty handy for me in that respect, because it's far less in and out the bag, trying to adjust levels. They'll all be right there. That's really helpful. But again, at £260, there's lots of other little things you could probably cobble together to get a rig to do that. So it's a kind of mixed bag. But primarily the things that I thought might be helpful to know is just to qualify, certainly, that it will run on an external power pack. Because if you're out doing live stream, as I commonly am, and you might do 2.5 hours of doing a live stream, and the internal battery is just never going to get you there. So this configuration works well. And if my external battery pack is low, it will default to the other one. I just unplug it if and we can see that already. Let me just think. Is there anything else that I want to go over? Probably forgetting things, but it's been going on. It's been quite a long video already, or a live stream rather. So yeah, not. I mean, I haven't shown the zoom. You can see this on other things as well, but holding this. Yeah, the screen is, as others have said, not the most robust. So you have to be kind of careful with that. This is the furthest out shot, so I've had it kind of back to front, but you can see it moving through those. So you can see as a close-up shot, you probably get it's a digital zoom, so this is degrading the output of that already. But as a very broad shot, even as a USB camera, that's quite a utilitarian, handy shot. Not sure there's anything more to go over, so I shall leave it there. If there's any particular further questions about using the Zoom H-Q8 as a live streaming device, do let me know. Okay, thanks a lot. I shall just cut back to a picture of said device and leave you with the rest of this tune. Oh no, I can't, because I've unplugged it. Yeah. So, goodbye.